Lovely and a warm welcome to the news on Hope Channel Zambia television that changes lives. You are catching us live on channel number 450 on the Top Star decoder, and we are also on channel number 25 on the Movie TV Bouquet. Our live stream is on Facebook and YouTube, the name Hope Channel Zambia. Let's take a look at stories making headlines in our news today. President Hakainde Hichilema denounces support for gay rights. The 2022 bribe payers index indicates minimal reduction in bribes among public officers. Eastern Province Education Officer demands demotion of non-performing school head teachers. Southern Zambia Union Conference President Dr. Vani Munyumbwe says local congregations are key in implementing mission initiatives of the church. And Midlands West Zambia Conference trains subsistence farmers in livestock management. These and more stories coming up shortly. Don't go away.
My wife, bumper harvest. Eh?
Daddy,
I'm telling you.
your new fertilizer. Ni amazing. Daddy, hello. My instructions. I
went to ETG, and now we are enjoying the benefits of using a blended D-compound fertilizer as basil and Kalimukwa as top dressing fertilizer instead of urea that we used last year. Now look here. This year, it has given me 4 tons. 4 tons. But last year, it was only 1.8 tons. Kalimukwa has given all my crops the nitrogen that I paid for. Wow. It has saved me money. Telling you.
Understanding the difference between soil and crop-specific fertilizers, therein lies strength for Kalimukwa blended fertilizers. More value in a bag. Available in the ETG depots countrywide, with a network providing agronomy services to farmers across the country. Kalimukwa. Enhanced efficiency through innovation. A product of ETG.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Bright SINKOZI with the details. My sign language interpreter is George Kalimukwa. The details. President Hakainde Hichilema says his administration does not support gay rights as opposed to what many are insinuating. The president said he, as an individual, does not support homosexuality, a position he says his party, the United Party for National Development, UPND, equally does not support. Mr. Hichilema says Zambia has adequate laws which do not support homosexuality and that there would be no shift in that regard ever. A few weeks ago, social media was awash with anger after the Sister Foundation protested in support of homosexuality in a public campaign. Meanwhile, President Hichilema has called on youths to use social media prudently by avoiding spreading falsehood. President Hichilema was speaking in Chingola on the Copper Belt today when he addressed the clergy from across the Copper Belt.
This country, as President FTJ Chiluba declared, shall remain a Christian country. This country has decided long time ago, and it shall be going forward. We as a population, we as a political party, we or parties, we as individuals, including myself, we do not support gay and lesbian. Let's preach what we believe in. Also, these things come from our houses. Let's preach it in the houses. Let's help that soul.
We continue with the news. A 21-year-old Kapembwa Kasongolo of Lusaka's Meanwood in Chamba Valley has been missing since Saturday last week after a visit to his auntie's place in Matero constituency's Landa compound. Innocent Kasongolo, father to the missing Kapembwa, has told Hope News in an interview that his son left home to visit his auntie and that after some days he would go back home, but since then he has been missing. Mr. Kasongole says his failure to return home raised concerns, which led the family to inquire of his whereabouts from his colleagues he conducts online business with, who also confirmed the same concerns of his unavailability online since last Saturday. The Kasongole family has since reported the matter to Matero Police Station and remain in positive hope that their son will return home safe and sound.
My name is Innocent Kasongole, and the man we are talking about, the young man we are talking about is Kapembwa Kasongole, my son. Last week he came to visit my sister's place in Matero, Yolanda, Shadrack's area, and he stayed there for about 3 days. On Friday, he actually asked to leave so that he can come home. I stay in Minwood, Chamba Valley. So he said his fare was at my auntie's place and started coming over. When he was coming, my sister sent him 100 kwacha to buy rice and a message, which he responded, "You come after 2 days." Upon Saturday coming, my sister called to say he wanted to change what she wanted to buy. So instead of buying rice, she said, let him not buy rice, let him just buy meal. But I said he is not here, and that was the beginning of a suspicion that he's not on both houses, my sister's place or my place too. The phone is off. WhatsApp, where they do that online business, there is no response which is coming, and it's showing like it's been deleted. The police station, we came to ask for a permit that the friend said maybe we check in the hospitals in case he was bashed or something, because when he's bashed, they take all the phones and everything. So maybe we check in the hospital. So we came to make a confirmation, and they've given us advice that try to go to UTH police, because anything of that nature is referred to UTH. So don't go to any police, any hospitals. Yes, if there is anybody that knows this gentleman, or maybe they've done business with them, we've put some mobile numbers on social media platform. My phone number is 0972 991895. I also have MTN. Maybe some people can also reach me on 0967 464217.
The 2022 Zambia Bribe Payers Index has indicated minimal reduction in bribes to public officers. The index has also revealed that the Ministry of Health received the highest bribes in 2022, followed by the Road Development Agency, RDA, while the Zambia Police Traffic Section has shown a decrease in bribes and corruption. And Secretary to the Cabinet, Patrick Kangwa, says the decrease is a manifestation of government's efforts in the fight against corruption, such as the rollout of Integrity Committee in both government and private institutions. He was speaking when he launched the 2022 Zambia Bribe Payers Index at Taj Pamozi Hotel in Lusaka.
The Zambia Bribe Payers Index, Transparency International Zambia, and Corruption Commission jointly conducted a survey report that provides an empirical measurement of bribery incidences in government departments and parastatals in Zambia. Secretary to the Cabinet, Patrick Kangwa, has said government is committed to ensure that corruption in procurement is reduced.
With regard to corruption in public procurement, government is committed to ensuring that corruption in public procurement is eliminated. In order to achieve this, several interventions are being implemented. Among these interventions include the following. 1. Government introduced the Electronic Government Procurement System, EGP, to streamline the tendering process and reduce bureaucracy in public procurement. This also reduces human interface in the procurement of goods and services and subsequently curtail corruption.
SCC has disclosed that members of the public are encouraged to report corruption to the Commission.
We are concerned that most people do not report corruption when they see it happening, especially in the public service. Oftentimes, these reports only come when the perpetrators of corruption are removed from office. The Commission notes that fear of reprisal is a big impediment to reporting corruption by potential whistleblowers, and efforts are being made to strengthen the Whistleblowers Act. Nonetheless, the Commission will provide necessary confidentiality to every individual who reports to the Commission of any act of corruption. I therefore, on behalf of the Commission, wish to encourage people, the general public, to report corruption to the incidents of corruption to the Commission, because we will follow up every report that is made to us.
TIZ has noted with sadness that Zambia police has been consistent in accepting bribes.
The issue around the Zambia police, and particularly I'm picking the Zambia police because we've been in partnership with the Zambia police, Transparency International Zambia Anti-Corruption Commission since I think 2012. And there are things that have happened. In as much as they still get distinctions in terms of corruption, I think let's commend them. They are also getting distinctions in terms of their efforts to counter corruption in their institution.
Mebo Chitimbiti, reporting for Hope News in Lusaka.
Now, Eastern Province Education Officer Brainley Malambo has directed Education Board secretaries in the province to demote all non-performing head teachers. Mr. Malambo says all non-performing head teachers need to be demoted with immediate effect, adding that he is not going to allow any transfers for these school head teachers to other schools. He says Eastern Province would only continue to produce better results when school administrators were disciplined and demonstrated passion in what they do. We have details in this report.
He is in Sinda district to interact with the teachers on how best education can influence learners. His message to the teachers is loud and clear for non-performing school administrators in Eastern Province. Eastern Province Education Officer Brainley Malambo has directed Education Board secretaries in the province to demote non-performing head teachers if the province is to continue producing good results. Mr. Malambo said this at Chasa Boys Secondary School during the Sinda District Education Review meeting for 2022.
Do not transfer. Don't transfer at the same level. We have demonstrations. Yes. I want to hear people getting demoted because they are not giving us what they are looking for. Do not transfer. If somebody consistently gives us an enviable result, quickly demote. And if you fear, let me know. I will come and demote the lowest head. I will come over here, demote. So that, and when you demote, ensure they remain at the same school. You bring me promoted from within the members of the staff at the school. This practice head teacher will become an HOD, same school, and I leave. We are here for results.
Meanwhile, Mr. Malambo has approved the teachers in Sinda district for producing good results in both grade 9 and 12 in 2022.
Sinda is not one of my biggest districts at all. In terms of infrastructure, in terms of challenges, Sinda is one of the best. When I teach from my teachers, are classrooms that are not worth talking about. But because the days of Eastern Province, you have stood up and told everybody, we shall conquer the country, and you have done it. A big hand for it. You are great examples to Eastern Province. You are great examples to the Zambian community. Despite all these challenges, your results are the best. Keep it up. I'm just imagining, even when you are sent to places where there are challenges, you can still be seen by government, provided you do what's right.
Sinda District Commissioner David Tembo called on teachers to realign themselves with government policies.
And this education system can only be improved when the head teachers, the teachers, and the government, everyone works together. Colleagues, in my conclusion, as I take my position, I want to encourage you head teachers. It is my opportunity because most of you are meeting for the first time. Realign yourself with the government policies. Realign yourselves with the government policies. You are not the opposers of government, you are implementers of government policies. You are a government yourself. Opposing to the government is simply opposing to yourself. As a district commissioner, I'll be glad and I'm glad to work with positive minds because I'm positive minded. Allow me to take this opportunity as I take my seat once again to appreciate the teaching fraternity, these head teachers. Together with your teachers, you are indeed putting in your best in the district. The milestone that we scored last year, by being ranked the first at the grade 9 level and the 12 levels, is unprecedented and something that cannot be ignored by
And Sinda District Town Council Secretary John Machai, who was represented by Sinda Town Council Treasurer Brikeria Mwanza, says the council has handed over the newly constructed classroom block to the Ministry of Education.
Ministry of Education through the work development committees has been able to access the city of case of water and have so far constructed and rehabilitated classroom blocks, staff houses, boreholes, and doctors as well as procure desks.
Sinda District Education Board Secretary Feston Ntonga said the district will continue striving to produce good results.
As a district, our aspiration is to be the cradle of academic excellence in the province. We want as much as possible to do the best that we can so that we provide quality education to the masses of Sinda, so that the government mandate of providing education to these people should be met and met considerably well.
The challenge remains with head teachers to prove if they are fit for the position they are holding. Samo David, Sinda District, Eastern Province.
Girls and ladies, went back. Institutions of higher education leaves much to be desired, as indecent dressing is the talk of the day. He has attributed this behavior to lack of proper role models and lack of sensitization. Mr. Mwanza has since urged individual churches and government to work together in fighting this bad vice of inappropriate dressing that is seemingly destroying the cultural belief system of the country. He said cultural and Christian values of the country should be protected at all costs, unlike turning to Western countries for guidance.
I think there are two aspects or two challenges attached to it. So the first one, it's either those kids or children or young people in the colleges, universities, and secondary schools have no what we call the local or internal role models. So these are role models who they can copy their cultures, their dressing, their food, even the eating habits from. And unfortunately, if this is not happening internally, you will find that our children or our scholars are borrowing much more to do with what is foreign. And so immediately you are borrowing too much of the cultures from the foreign or too much of the intelligence from the foreign, you discover that our young people are not actually dressing according to the way our cultures, our values demand. Our kids of today don't want long clothes. I'm sorry to mention to you that actually a lady, when we were growing up, had more than 3 garments before their skin. And this was simple, so that they don't expose their inner parts. But what we have seen today is that our children want to expose their bodies so that they are able to sell, because they believe that marketing must be visible. But you don't market your body. You don't market yourself like you are selling fritters or you are selling that. And so unfortunately with ours, they've borrowed so much of what is foreign. And unfortunately, this has created a fight. And so this fight which has been created can only be fought by you, myself, and all those well-meaning Zambians. We have lost it, completely lost it. Don't even apologize. We have no role models in the young people. We have no young people who actually are able to stand up and be able to say, yes, I'll protect my culture, I'll protect my tradition. Most of them are able to worship foreign artists. So we need to get back to these institutions and be able to challenge them, that secondary schools, colleges, churches, and all these other areas, we need to go there and remind them that as Zambians we have a belonging, we have a history, and that history must be protected by ourselves.
We take a break. More stories on the other side. Do stay with us.
Announcement from the Zambia Adventist Publishing House. We have moved to a new location. We wish to inform our esteemed customers that we have moved to a new location. Our new address is plot number 9221, corner of Independence Avenue and Bama Roads, on Lusaka Conference premises. This move is part of our ongoing effort to better serve our customers and provide a more convenient shopping experience. Please note that our phone numbers, email addresses, and websites will remain the same. Our office hours will also remain the same. We are grateful for your continued business and look forward to welcoming you to our new location. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact us on 0973 714242 or 0978 447469.
Thank you so much for still staying with us. And now for the rest of the news, we turn our focus to religious matters. Southern Zambia Union Conference President Dr. Vani Munyombwe says local congregations are vital in the running of the church. Dr. Munyombwe says ignoring the importance of the local organ in the bigger organization of the church would be a disservice to the entire church, hence the need to interact with local church leaders at all times. He says in as much as the church would boast of over 22 million members globally, there is nothing that beats time spent with local church leaders, which he described as time well spent. Dr. Munyombwe said the local congregation is the one, is the one that implements all mission initiatives of the church and as such, the church should value the local members across. He was speaking in an interview with Hope News on the sidelines of the church governance seminar in Woodlands Conference held last Sabbath at the Arakan Barracks Army Chapel in Lusaka. And Woodlands Conference President Dr. Daniel Junga said church board members across the conference were invited to share the strategic plan of the church running up to 2025.
Local church leaders of Woodland Conference together with their pastors and all their church officers. Every time that we spend together with our local church leaders is a time well spent, because even if currently Seventh-day Adventist Church has a membership of 22 million globally, each one of those members reside in a local congregation. So the Seventh-day Adventist Church is run, it is supported, and the mission initiatives are implemented by church members who are led by local church leaders. So this afternoon we were here to simply clarify the direction of the church in the areas of mission, in the areas of how to make sure that our members are growing spiritually, and also sharpen our local leaders. In the end, when people join a local congregation, it is because they are hoping that through the fellowship of the church, they are going to grow. And so we were here to try and make sure that local congregations are effective at nurturing people and also training them to do mission in their local settings. Thank you.
We are here where we came together from far and near, all the way from Luangwa, Lusaka up to Kafue, where we came to share the strategic direction of the Seventh-day Adventist Church here in Southern Zambia Union Conference. Our union president, Dr. Munyumbwe, came through to share issues that can help build the church. Our strategic direction was basically mission, spiritual growth, and also we are basically looking at the issues of leadership. So our church board members came in number and we have shared the strategic direction up to 2025.
The Stewardship Department in Midlands West Zambia Conference last week trained more than 1,200 subsistence farmers from Central Province in livestock management. The one-week-long training attracted farmers from both the church and the community with the aim of educating rural communities on practical and effective livestock management in order to reduce mortality rate, increase yield, and turn livestock into a money-spinning activity. Conference Stewardship Director Pastor Samakai Kahangu said that the training program will continue and will focus mainly on management of chickens, goats, sheep, and cattle. In order to give meaning to the training, the church, through its veterinary team, donated an assortment of animal medicine to the farmers and demonstrated how it was to be administered. Brent Jobola has more in this report.
The significance played by livestock in rural livelihoods cannot be overemphasized. They are a crucial asset for many households. However, keeping them healthy and alive requires intervention of a trained veterinarian. On this ground, the Stewardship Ministries of Midlands West Zambia Conference has trained more than 1,200 farmers in livestock management in Central Province of Zambia.
So before you use the musamu, you shake well. You shake well. So I'm going to take it that almost 450 or 460. So meaning 375 meals plus 40 meals. Plus 40 meals, that's what? So, so there are many, these are smaller ones.
So our
I got a 6, no problem.
Ragapa 7 meals.
We have come up with an initiative as a conference, and we are deliberate in the sense that as we promote spiritual growth, we also are promoting personal development. We want to see to it that as members are succeeding in their spiritual endeavors, we want to see them succeed in their personal endeavors as well. And so to do that and achieve that, we have come up with several initiatives to try and empower our members with the knowledge on how best they can develop their lives. And so for this whole week, for about 6 days, we have visited 6 different districts from Mumbwa all the way this region up to here Chiombo, where we are today, where we are teaching members matters to do with livestock. So this one we have focused on chickens, we have focused on goats and sheep, we have also focused on cattle.
This is the time when the diseases are around, as you have seen. As you had seen there, we were demonstrating even how to inject, how to give dewormers, how to prevent the chickens. We are on the ground, and God is blessing his people.
Among the beneficiaries of this initiative was a member of the Salvation Army Church.
So I've learned how to cook my chicken so that the chickens can benefit me and my family. So for that, I really appreciate for your program and our support.
Brent Shobola, Hope News, Central Province.
And finally, on our news, there was a child dedication program that was held at Eden University Adventist congregation, where a number of children were dedicated to the Lord. Let's take a look at what happened.
"Children come to me" is a prominent saying Jesus is emphasizing to parents and custodians of children. Eden University SDA Church spent time to dedicate children to God in a colorful service. Eden University Church Pastor Paul Miller, as well as leaders present, were excited to officiate the event.
Child dedication is a time when parents present their children in the hands of the Lord to be blessed, and so that the Lord may help them. As families, they have got a duty to nurture and admonish their children in the ways of the Lord, and so they place them in the hands of the Lord that gave them, so that together they can partner with the Lord to ensure that the children grow in the fear of the Lord, and so much that they can become productive both in the church and in society. And so Eden University today celebrated 11 children that were given in the hands of the Lord in this ceremony, the child dedication. And so we are happy to receive them, and we are happy to partner with the parents, that together them and the church and our Lord can join forces to ensure that these kids are raised in the will of the Lord.
Sunday School Department, we are very happy the way we've just started our year. We know children are a gift from the Lord. We are very thankful to the parents that brought the children to be dedicated.
Parents and guardians present could not hide their excitement.
I'm glad that my child has been dedicated to the Lord. I pray that God will help him to grow spiritually. May he grow up to be a good boy. glad that my child has been dedicated to the Lord.
The best thing every parent can do in this perilous and moral degradation dispensation is to dedicate their children back to their Maker, Jesus Christ. Reporting for Hope Channel News, Lina Blessing Chatambuza.
That item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, let's recap on stories that made headlines. President Hakainde Hichilema denounces support for gay rights. The 2022 bribe payers index indicates minimal reduction in bribes among public officers. Eastern Province Education Officer demands demotion of non-performing school head teachers. Southern Zambia Union Conference President Dr. Vani Munyumbwe says the local congregation is key in implementing mission initiatives of the church. And the Midlands West Zambia Conference has trained 1,200 subsistence farmers in livestock management. Thank you so much for your time. I'm Bright SINKOZI on behalf of the entire studio and production team, not forgetting our correspondents across the country. On sign language, we had George Kalimukwa. God bless and bye for now.